So on abortion, Trump did himself no favors in the debate. In fact, he did a horrible job talking about this issue, which, by the way, is one of his weakest issues. And he, in no way, shape, or form, allayed the fears of the American people. So let's start with this. He's asked straight up, would you sign a national abortion ban if it got to your desk? And here's his response.
And how unfair that would have been, part of the reason they lost, to the millions and millions of people that had to pay off their student loans. They didn't get it for free. But they were saying it's the same way that they talked about that they talk about abortion.
But if I could just get a yes or no, because your running mate, J.D. Vance, has said that you would veto it if it did come to your desk.
Well, I didn't discuss it with J.D. In all fairness, J.D., and I don't mind if he has a certain view, but I think he was speaking for me, but I really didn't. Look, we don't have to discuss it because she'd never be able to get it, just like she couldn't get student loans. They couldn't get student loans. They didn't even come close to getting student loans. They taunted young people and a lot of other people that had loans. They can never get this approved. So it doesn't matter what she says about going to Congress. Well, wonderful. Let's go to Congress. Do it. But the fact is that for years they wanted to get it out of Congress and out of the federal government. And now you have a vote of the people on abortion.
So understand something. Trump knows this is one of his weakest issues. And this is him desperately flailing and turning into Neo from the Matrix, doing the trying to dodge all the bullets, because he knows there's no good answer on this. Remember, guys, the other day he was talking about the Florida abortion vote, and he initially said 6 weeks is too early. I don't want that. And then there was massive backlash from the pro-lifers, and he got scared because, again, he runs in these right-wing echo chambers. So he sees the pro-life people basically doing the whole, like, I'm not even going to fucking vote for you if you're not going to do a national abortion ban. And so then he falls back. He comes out the next day and he says, actually, yeah, I am in favor of the 6-week ban. So he totally flips on it. He knows nationally he needs to be more pro-choice, but he also knows because of the evangelical Christian base, he needs to be pro-life. He doesn't know how to split that difference. He's flailing. He's flip-flopping. And so now he's posed with a nightmare question for him in the debate. Nightmare question. Would you sign a national abortion ban if it gets to your desk? And his answer is, well, J.D. Vance, J.D. says stuff we've never talked about. I don't even know who's J.D. Vance. Who's this? I don't even know who you're talking about. But the thing is, we don't even need to worry. We don't even need to talk about it. We don't even need to talk about it because we did the thing. We got it to the States, and we love leaving it to the States. Everybody wants it to the States. I don't know. This is totally fine. This is totally fine. He knows if he says, yes, I will veto a national abortion ban, his base gets furious. He knows if he says, I will not veto a national abortion ban, the majority of the country is going to go, done with him, no way. So this is Trump at his most politician-y. And as you're seeing, look, he's not very artful when he has to be politician-y, right? He doesn't know how to dodge effectively. Look, Trump has no filter usually, and so that means he's letting her rip. And he says wacky things, he says crazy things, he says untrue things, but he truly is letting her rip. So there is this aura of unfiltered nature to Donald Trump, but this is a question where he knows he has to be filtered. And when he applies that filter, it ain't pretty. It's very obvious he's dodging. But what happens? Kamala takes this and she goes, Inski, bro. Watch this.
Madam Vice President, I want to get your response to President Trump.
Well, as I said, you're going to hear a bunch of lies, and that's not actually a surprising fact. Let's understand how we got here. Donald Trump hand-selected 3 members of the United States Supreme Court with the intention that they would undo the protections of Roe v. Wade. And they did exactly as he intended. And now in over 20 states, there are Trump abortion bans, which make it criminal for a doctor or nurse to provide health care. In one state, it provides prison for life. Trump abortion bans that make no exception even for rape and incest, which understand what that means. A survivor of a crime of violation to their body does not have the right to make a decision about what happens to their body next. That is immoral. And one does not have to abandon their faith or deeply held beliefs to agree. The government, and Donald Trump certainly, should not be telling a woman what to do with her body. I have talked with women around our country. You want to talk about this is what people wanted? Pregnant women who want to carry a pregnancy to term, suffering from a miscarriage, being denied care in an emergency room because the healthcare providers are afraid they might go to jail, and she's bleeding out in a car in the parking lot. She didn't want that. Her husband didn't want that. A 12 or 13-year-old survivor of incest being forced to carry a pregnancy to term. They don't want that. And I pledge to you, when Congress passes a bill to put back in place the protections of Roe v. Wade, as President of the United States, I will proudly sign it into law. But understand, if Donald Trump were to be reelected, he will sign a national abortion ban. Understand, in his Project 2025, there would be a national abortion, a monitor that would be monitoring your pregnancies, your miscarriages. I think the American people believe that certain freedoms, in particular the freedom to make decisions about one's own body, should not be made by the government.
Framing it around freedom? Brilliant. Brilliant. Fucked him up. Fucked him up hard. Now, by the way, he says, you're lying because I'm for all the exceptions for rape and incest and life of the mother. Yes, but you supported the overturning of Roe v. Wade. That you personally have those beliefs on that issue is irrelevant. Because now we have 14 states in America that have a near total abortion ban. And all of these examples she's giving are real-life examples that we've reported on since the overturning of Roe v. Wade. When you leave it up to the states, some states go sicko mode. Some states say, we're done with this. A fucking zygote is a human life as far as we're concerned. So this is what's going to happen, and this is what has happened. And so just leaving it up to the... By the way, there's no more of a chicken shit position than leaving it up to the states. And you know who agrees with me on this? The pro-life people. It's like, wait, is abortion murder or is it not murder? If it is murder, then you have to say we can't have murder legal in any states, right? It logically follows. Leaving it up to the states is a chicken shit non-position. It is a dodge. And you get the worst of all worlds under that scenario because you piss off the pro-lifers and you piss off the pro-choicers, and he cannot make the argument in a way that lands. And Kamala is bringing up real-world examples of horror stories since Roe v. Wade was overturned, and 14 states have near total abortion bans, and more states than that have also very restrictive abortion bans. This is a fucking disaster. And it absolutely is big government, an authoritarian encroachment into your personal life. And this, Tim Walz and Kamala Harris are on the campaign trail screaming about freedom from the rooftops, and you gave them a fucking layup to be able to do that, Don. You gave them a layup. And he couldn't even give a direct answer. Would you sign a national abortion ban? Because he knows there's no good answer. I'm either going to piss off the pro-lifers or I'm going to piss off the majority of the country, and I don't want to piss off either. So I'm going to become a standard fucking politician and dodgy McDodgington. That's what you did, Don. That's what you did. And she ate your fucking lunch on this, bro. This is one of your weakest issues, and she fucking railroaded you, dog. And remember, she's also giving a rant here that is in alignment with over 60% of the American public. Moderates and independents and swing voters are looking at this going, she's got him. She's got him. She's competent. She's with it. She's nailing the talking points. She's running circles around him on this issue, and he's just standing there with that scowl on his face like, fuck, I'm getting cooked, bro. I'm getting cooked. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. This was devastating for him. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.